today that we are announcing that all New Jersey school buildings will remain closed.
There's nothing worse than seeing some of the looks on the senior guys.
It's everything, dude. Like, I don't know how I'm going to leave these guys.
You don't really get the chance to be grateful until stuff like this happens.
We really didn't know if this was possible.
Coach Murray has been putting this together for only in a matter of months.
Is baseball life and death? No. Do I think that it can play a big role in giving these kids a break from what the real world has been for over 4 months and do it safely? I do.
You have to recognize large group events, the virus loves it.
In a small sense on the global scale, but in a large way in New Jersey, this tournament has done an awful lot.
Once in a lifetime tournament.
If we can be together with these guys for 3 more games, let's go out there and make the most of it. Have some fun with it. Let's win.
Hey guys, how are you? It's Mike Murray, head baseball coach at St. Joe's in Metuchen. Out here getting ready to start the 2021 baseball season. Very happy that we're getting ready to start what's hopefully a very normal year, very dissimilar from our event last year. Our event came together very quickly last year, brought together 222 teams and over 4,500 New Jersey players to get back playing in the pandemic. We were very lucky to get some support from corporate sponsors RWJ Barnabas, Morgan Franklin, Summit Orthopedics, to cover a lot of the expenses as this tournament grew into the biggest tournament last summer. We have a few individuals that really helped out and covered the gaps for us. We would like to do some fundraising this year to make them whole and to show our appreciation for their ability to help us get 4,500 kids back on a baseball field during the pandemic.
Hi, this is Brian Chapman. When Mike Murray first approached me with the idea of staging the Last Dance tournament, we were thinking pretty small scale. I actually remember asking Mike for permission to ask a few of my friends that coach in Essex County to be a part of it, because I was worried that we were only going to take between 32 and 64 teams. We never imagined the statewide 222 team extravaganza it would eventually become. Given the heartbreak of a canceled season, we weren't going to turn anyone away, but as the tournament continued to grow, so did our costs. Given all of the COVID protocols we were negotiating, we had to make sure we had trainers taking temperatures at every site and that we provided enough PPE for every game played at every site around the state. On top of that, we faced great challenges securing host sites for a variety of reasons. Chief among them, the fact that many public school facilities were off limits. That forced us to schedule many of the games at some of the beautiful minor league ballparks around the state. And while our friends at Skylands and Somerset and Yogi Berra were wonderful and gracious hosts, opening up those stadiums did come with a cost. And as those costs kept mounting, we decided as a committee that the priority was to get the boys back on the field. We were determined not to let our rising expenses deter us from our number one goal, getting these boys back on the baseball field for one last dance. Now, almost a full year later, we're trying to recover some of those expenses to repay the many wonderful people that donated out of their own pockets. Without these generous donors, the tournament would never have happened, and we are trying to repay them for their kindness today.
Hi, this is Dennis McCaffrey, head baseball coach at Cranford High School. And just reflecting back on the Last Dance tournament, I'd like to thank the committee, John Kroger, Brian Chapman, and Mike Murray for putting it together. Thank all the trainers, all the minor league stadiums, and all the hundreds and thousands of people who were involved in the Last Dance tournament. We were fortunate enough to win it this past summer, and Cranford is very humbled to be able to say that we won the tournament. I'd like to thank again the Last Dance committee, as well as wish all the teams in New Jersey the very best this spring. Have a happy and healthy, safe spring. Thank you very much to the Last Dance committee.